What is good, creatives? Tunji again from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly design review. As you all know, we have designs from the creatives, and I'm going to be critiquing their designs, and I'm going to share what each designer did well and what they did not do well on their project. Now, I'm going to be adding uh, how to steal as a professional artist to what I'm going to be teaching you guys today. So sit back, relax, and keep watching. All right, so this is the first design I'm going to be critiquing today, and the first thing I notice here is this background here is not really okay, because the goal is to design an artwork for people around this age here, which is 3 to 10, and I don't expect to see this type of background. All right, backgrounds like this are not really okay. Now, whenever you're working on project like this, guys, what you need to have in mind is see how you can make the project look playful, and part of how we do this successfully as creatives is our background. All right, our background should have this playful effect around it. All right, and there are several ways you can do this, but part of how you can do this well is to first understand the project. So this project is talking about summer coaching. I expect to see something that show more of all these educative icons like plus, minus, equals to, shapes, letters, and so on. All right, so you can use that to make the background look playful, and your layout here look more like a website template because of the way you place this element on the project. All right, they look more like buttons. All right, they look more like buttons, and this is not helping at all. And if you really want to copy well, where making your title more interesting. All right, now the title here is not really bad like that, but part of what I do that make clients trust me, and part of how I surprise my client is to not do what people are used to on my project. All right, so if I'm asked to work on this project, what I'm going to do is to go check out movie posters. I'm referring to all these animation movie posters. All right, see how they play with their titles. It would have made more sense if you make this a normal 3D title. When I say normal 3D title, I'm talking of 3D titles that look real, like they look super real, not this type of vector 3D look that you did here. I'm referring to 3Ds that come in shadows. You see shadows here. All right, you see sign of light on them. All right, if you check out most of all these animation movies, you understand what I'm saying. One of them is Toy Stories. In fact, we have a lot of them. Go and check out their title. You see more, you will notice that they use more lights, and you see shadows on the title. All right, I like this illustration you use here, which is beautiful. Okay, good job. But the way you play with the placing of your element is what I noticed that it's not really okay here. And this is the first time I'm seeing this, where you place huge phone number close to a logo. All right, and as creatives, please, I want every one of you to take note of this. Never place anything close to a logo. Never place anything close to a logo. A logo should always stand on its own. The only thing that you can place next to a logo are the things that comes with the logo, like things that made the logo. Don't put anything too close to it. Like the way this designer made this phone number too bold here is affecting this. All right. And the idea of you doing this, all right, doing working on this project is to make people know this company or this brand. But when you have now make everything too tight, like too close to the logo, you are defacing the look, or you are defacing the look of the logo. So please avoid that. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to my next project here. All right, so this is another church artwork, and it's saying students Christmas. All right, now I like the simplicity here. All right, I like the simplicity here, and I like the fact that the project is bright, and I like the fact that we have the Christmas color team on the project. But what I noticed that is not really helping here is the hiding of these people on the background. It's not really okay. Maybe it's because I'm not really a fan of fading pictures on the background. In fact, most good creatives don't do that. Now, there are times when you need to do it, but when it comes to designing a poster or you're trying to create uh, um, a design that carry more information that people need to see, please avoid placing picture on your background because pictures are like eye magnets. No matter where you place them, people's attention goes to it. And when you now fade pictures like this, you are going to make people spend time looking at this because people want to see, okay, what are these people doing? And when they find out that they are finding it difficult to see what they are doing, it makes them get tired of looking at the project. Because, like what I always say to you guys, that we're in a world where people are not ready to waste their time uh, um, looking for something that is giving them headache to understand to solve the equation. All right. Now, there are times where you need to make them spend time on the project, but how you do this successfully is when you create what they are not used to. But when you do something they are used to and you're now making it difficult for them to assess what's on the project, it makes them not to spend time looking at it. It makes them get tired looking at the project. So watch out for that on your project. And the other thing I want you guys to also please avoid on your project is all this using of um, items from other brands on your project. Please avoid it. You only do that if the information on the project calls for it. Because here I can see Fanta here, I can see 7 Up and so on. Please avoid it. It's not always good. All right. It's not always good. You only do that if the information on the project calls for it. So please avoid it. And yeah. So the other thing I think this person also need to work on again is this title here. I always say to you guys, try make your title abstract, but you only do that in a professional way. You do this in a professional way. You don't just do it because, okay, I need to make it look abstract. No, there should be a way to play around it. Most time when we use this element, and that's another thing I notice most creatives don't know. When you're using elements on your projects, all right, the elements should have a reason behind it. I don't understand why we have this shield here. For those of you that don't know, most of the time we use this shield here is when the project is saying something that got to do with protection. That's when we use this. But here we're talking about student Christmas. I'm wondering why we have this shield here. I'm wondering why we have this shield and this bell. It's not really connecting at all. All right, it's not really connecting. So I would advise you to please avoid this. All right, please. And that's another thing I want you guys to pay attention to. Whenever you're working on design projects, please try understand the elements you're using on the projects so you won't be passing the wrong message to your audience. So I think that's for this on this. And yeah. All right. Then this your star here. It's not really okay. It's not okay. All right. It's not okay. There are several ways you can make this look successful. In fact, abstracting just student Christmas, all right, and making it have the youth look. Okay, so let me just say this. If I'm asked to work on this project, all right, what I'll just do is we're talking about doing designs for young people here. So my design will have this graffiti type of effect. Now, when I say graffiti effect, I'm not saying I'm not going to make it look more too hip hop. No, that's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is at least play with the title in a way that when people see it, they know, okay, this project is for young people. All right, that's what I'm trying to talk about here. So if your clients, because I know most creators always feel, well, my client already approved the design. See, my goal here is to help you with coming up with designs that will get you good clients. Any client who approve this type of design, they mostly don't pay well. All right, they mostly don't. Most of them don't pay well because they feel, okay, I know you're not a professional, and that's why I'm asking you to work on this project for me. Okay, and most time project like this don't get us good clients, and that's why I'm giving you guys these tips I'm sharing with you today. So if you really want to get good clients, please try work on what I shared here with you. And I think that's for that on this. All right, so let's go straight to our next design. All right, so here, so this project here is a bit successful to me. Why? Because I notice we have less use of color here, and I also like the fact that we have touch of the green around our characters here, which is beautiful. All right, but the issue I have here is the flushing of the elements here, because using too much of flushing your information, your content, is part of how you make your project busy. Notice this is facing this way. This is facing this way. All right. This is facing this way, and this is facing this way, and this is not okay at all. All right. In fact, the way we flush our content is another way we create contrast on our project. But when we have too much of flushing left, right, center like that on our project, it's going to make the project look, it's going to make it look too busy. All right, it's going to make it look too busy. So I would advise you to please see how you can make all the content on your project face the same alignment, and then see how you can now use maybe one proximity to create contrast on your project. Okay, because for those of you that don't know, because I mentioned proximity here, some of you may not really get it. Now, proximity is like the way you have your group of friends. All right, like when you're in school, you have people that you roll with. So those people you roll with are one proximity, and then in your class, I'm sure you have other people who have their own caucus, like their own group of friends. That's another proximity, and that's the same thing that graphic design also share. So if I'm going to group the proximity here now, although this project here, everything is looking too close. All right, now proximity is not always working when everything is too close. White space is another way we achieve proximity on our project. So here, so I'm going to assume that this here, all right, is one proximity. Then this here is another proximity. Here, another proximity, and here is another proximity, and then we now have this here. All right, so so grouping your elements is another way you help your projects look successful. But when you're now grouping them, please limit the way you flush the information on your project. In fact, you limit it the way you limit the use of font on your project. Okay, so yeah, but the color on the project, beautiful. The using the title to draw attention, making it abstract, beautiful. Nice. It's just the not making everything well aligned is what I think this designer needs to work on. And then I'm going straight to my next design here. Yeah, so on this design here, the issue I have with this is the placing of elements the wrong way. All right, placing the element the wrong way. If you are the designer and you're looking at me now, what I'm going to advise you to do is please, whenever you're asked to work on design projects, when you're placing images, place it the way things appear to you in real life. Don't place it like you're looking at a flat board in front of you, and then you don't have those elements on the screen or on that board. Now, when I say the board, I'm referring to your screen. See it as a window into a three-dimensional world, and then arrange the elements the way things appear in real life. So this is what I'm saying. Now, first off, I don't expect you to place a mobile phone next to a delivery dude here, and then we now have the delivery van. No, this is not really okay. And most time, whenever you're working on design project, I see so many creatives make this mistake. We always try to see how we can put everything that the company is into on our project. No, I've said this before, and I'm still going to say it again. When you are working on design projects, have this mindset that, okay, I need to create something that will draw people's attention to look at the project. And one image most time is enough to do that. An image is enough to draw people's attention to the project. If you're able to draw people's attention to the project and they spend time looking at the picture, trust me, the project is successful, because when they look at the picture, the next thing they do is to start assessing the other information on the project, trying to understand why the image is on the project. And like what I always say to you guys, you don't place image on your project the same way people are used to it. Most time, in fact, as human, how we are programmed is to always spot the difference on anything that we see for the first time. So whenever you're working on design project and you're placing an image on the project, don't just place it the way people are used to it. See how you can play with the image to make it look a bit different from how people are used to it. Now, I'm not saying you should now give the delivery van or delivery guy wings to start flying. No, I'm not saying you should do something that is not possible. All right, I'm not saying you should do something that's people will go, no, it's not possible. No, at least do a bit like, okay, if the guy is riding on a road, see how you can use sunlight to make the guy stand out from the background, and see how you can do something like a speed effect, like a swoosh effect on the guy's picture. All right, see, simple things like that are simple things like that are what mostly make designs look successful. All right, but the way you place everything here, that you put everything together on the project here, is not really okay. All right, it's not okay. So take note of that. And I think there's a design on my Instagram page. I think I have two designs that is similar to this. You can go check out the designs and see what I'm trying to say. I believe you understand my point when you see those designs. All right, so let's go straight to our last design today. All right, here the issue I have with this is, first off, is the background. All right, the background. Please avoid all this. All right. In fact, the fact I can't fully see the body of this person alone is making it look like this guy is going through pain. All right, please don't use it. It's better you don't use it. All right, it's better you don't use it. And what else again? Go learn more on how to play with your title. All right, learn more how to play with it. In fact, the way you play with the title here is nice. What I just think you need to do is avoid the use of effects that are not helping. Take this out. This outline is not necessary. All right, it's not really necessary. Take the outline out, and I believe that will still be okay here. Okay, and yeah, then the last thing is more room for white space. All right, more room for white space. Let's have more room for this. So I expect you to reduce the size of this. Then you can now push this down. All right, push it down. All right, so before I go, I need you guys to know that there's no one right way to achieve good design. All right, there are thousands of options to come up with. There are million styles to come up with. But what you need to do where achieving a successful design project is to first understand the project and see how you can use what you receive from your client to shape the image of the project. Don't just jump to your PC and start putting things together when you don't fully understand the project. Ask questions. It is the question you receive from the client that helps you with knowing what to come up with. There are times where the title of the project is not really the picture that you have in mind, but asking the right question helps you know the right picture to use for the project. And then the other thing I want to let you guys know is this: copying from other source is not an offense. Where it becomes an offense is when you copy everything from the source. I have a video on my YouTube channel tagged "How to Steal as a Professional Artist." If you have not watched the video, I would advise you to go check out the video, and I believe it will bless you. All right, but there's something I noticed I did not add to the video, which is there are times where you need to steal from your design. You know, There are times when I always go back to my previous design, see what I can pick from it, and add it to my recent project. But one thing I try as much as possible not to do is to now copy everything from the previous design and add it to the recent one. There are different ways you can copy from other source. I would advise to watch the video so you can learn how to do this well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's meeting, and if you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my videos. I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.